In this tutorial, we'll be showing you how to set up Google Analytics on your WooCommerce website so you can track and understand how your e-commerce store is performing in terms of important e-commerce metrics, including what products are selling the most, what your customers like, how you acquire your customers. Is it through Facebook? Is it through Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram? Where your customers are located, what marketing campaigns are most effective, how user-friendly your website is, how fast your pages are loading, and so on. With the help of this data, you can improve the online experience of your customers, which could eventually help increase sales and conversions. So without further ado, let's get started. Step 1. Create your Google Analytics account and add your WooCommerce property. To get started, type in google.com/analytics in the address bar of your browser. Next, click on Start for free and sign in with your email and password details. Now click Start Measuring. First, you'll have to specify an account name. Note that the name of your account can be the name of your company or organization. Also, make sure all of the 4 recommended account data sharing options are selected and click Next. Since we will be measuring our WooCommerce store, select the first option, Web, and click Next. Now enter the name of your website, followed by a website URL. Select your industry category and specify the reporting time zone. Then click Create and agree to Google Analytics Terms of Service Agreement and the additional terms applicable to data shared with Google agreement. Click I accept. Step 2. Enable e-commerce tracking in Google Analytics. The first thing we'll have to do is to enable enhanced e-commerce tracking on your WooCommerce store. To do that, click on the back arrow and from the Google Analytics admin area, under View All Website Data, click on E-commerce Settings. Under E-commerce Setup, enable e-commerce and enable enhanced e-commerce reporting. Now click Save. Now go back to the admin area because we'll need access to the tracking code, which you can find under Property, Tracking Info, Tracking Code. Step 3. Set up the WooCommerce Google Analytics plugin. Now open up a new tab and head over to yourdomain.com/wp-admin to access the admin area of your WordPress website. From the menu on the left, go to Plugins, Add New, and search for WooCommerce Google Analytics. When you find the WooCommerce Google Analytics integration by WooCommerce, click Install Now and click Activate. To configure the plugin, go to WooCommerce, Settings, and then navigate over to Integration and Google Analytics. Here, enter the Google Analytics ID that can be found from the Google Analytics dashboard. Remember, this tracking ID can be found under Property, Tracking Info, Tracking Code. So copy this tracking ID and paste it into the Google Analytics ID field. After entering the Google Analytics ID, make sure that all of the following options are checked. Enable standard tracking, use enhanced link attribution, enable universal analytics, anonymize IP addresses, track 404 not found errors, purchase transactions, and add to cart events. You'll also have to enable enhanced e-commerce tracking. Remove from cart events, product impressions from listing pages, product clicks from listing pages, product detail views, checkout process initiated. Click Save Changes. Google Analytics has now been integrated with your WooCommerce store, but please allow Google Analytics 24 hours to start displaying results. Now, although connecting Google Analytics to your WooCommerce store using the WooCommerce Google Analytics integration should theoretically start tracking your entire website, we have noticed that it does not track non-WooCommerce pages, including your home page for some weird reasons, which is why we'll need Sitekit by Google to enable Google Analytics on your entire WordPress website. Step 4. Set up Sitekit by Google to track your entire website. To install Sitekit by Google, head over to Plugins, Add New, and then search for Google Sitekit. Once you find Sitekit by Google, the official plugin developed by Google, click on Install Now, and then activate the plugin. To configure the plugin, click on Start Setup, sign in with your Google account email and password, and agree to all of the permissions required by Sitekit. The first thing you'll have to do is to verify that you own the website, and Google will do this by adding an HTML code to your website. Click Proceed to verify your website ownership. In the next step, your website will want to access your Google account data in order to be able to display metrics on the Sitekit dashboard. To do so, click Allow. Next, you can add your website to Google Search Console just by clicking Add Site. Now, in order to actually enable Google Analytics on your website, click on Go to My Dashboard, and from the Sitekit dashboard, click on Connect Service under Analytics. Sign in with your Google account, grant all the required permissions to Sitekit. The Google Sitekit plugin will then inform you that it has found an existing Google Analytics tag on your website. This is because we have previously used the WooCommerce Google Analytics integration in order to start tracking your WooCommerce store. But for the time being, you can safely ignore this message and configure Analytics. Doing so will successfully install Google Analytics on your entire website. Step 5. Test if Google Analytics is working on your website. To test whether Google Analytics has been properly installed, go to the Real-Time Reports under Real-Time Overview from the menu on the left, and these reports give us real insights into the real number of active users on the website. So if I send test traffic to the website, you can see that it immediately registers the change. If you see this change, it means that Google Analytics is successfully installed on your website. So we hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you require assistance with Google Analytics, WordPress web design, or search engine marketing, you may send an email to info@caweem.com or visit our website at caweem.com and send us a message through one of the contact forms. What content do you want us to cover next? Let us know in the comments down below. See you soon.